Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.
So tonight, we're going to start with a question. What do you do when you have finished the last beer in your six-pack? You open the next six-pack, of course. That's why we're here.
Oh, hello. I missed the start.
He's not called the best color man in the business for nothing.
There we go. All settled now.
That's a line from Major League. I love that old baseball movie.
Baseball?
Yeah.
Well, you think about that Christy Gnome thing, that game show where they're talking about, people coming to Ellis Island and then they'll get, their own personalized baseball catcher's mitt as the sign of America, or it really is like a baseball mitt. Is that
I know.
Is that like, are we replacing the American eagle, the bald eagle, with a baseball mitt now? Because that's what America makes.
20 years ago they had to, because they didn't have any bald eagles.
I know, they stuffed them all into baseball mitts.
Yeah. That's a thing. That's a sign of America. Let's shoot it.
All those people that play American football and and basketball and that kind of shit, they're going, wait a minute, I thought our sport was the typical American sport, not baseball.
Yeah, America's true sport should be like eaglery, falconry, but with eagles, right?
Hunting immigrants.
Yeah. Could you imagine Christy Gnome doing the sportscaster, the commentator for that game show she wants to do? And look at Aknod. He's coming down the home stretch. Oh, he was shot in the head by a sniper. Good try, buddy.
Elmer Fudd comes in. What are you hunting? I'm hunting immigrants.
Oh, God, it's so bad. Arnold Schwarzenegger would come out of retirement with chainsaws on his arms or something,
Well, he is an immigrant. Get him to participate.
Yeah, that's funny because he doesn't exactly sound American, but he's been the governor, right?
Yeah.
I wonder what
Oh.
Trump thinks of him. Because wasn't Schwarzenegger a Republican?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No, he
Yeah. I loved it. He was on Stephen Colbert's show recently, and and he was talking about being a Republican and how things had changed and Trump and all that kind of shit, and they gave him a T-shirt and he says, "Come with me if you want to live."
That's pretty funny.
That would if he could have run for president, that would have been a great slogan.
Yeah.
Make America great again. Just come with me if you want to live. Get to the top. Who's your daddy and what does he do?
Yeah. I remember when he was the governor, there was people that were actually talking about the fact that there should be consideration to changing it so that you don't have to be born in America to, run for president, because people really wanted to see him.
Have you heard the news?
Have you heard about the lonesome loser?
Have you heard about his $800 million worth of Cybertrucks? $800 million of Cybertrucks are parked up in a lot because they can't sell them.
Wow! Oh my God! It's just it sounds like angels from heaven came down and played me a song.
It's funny because I remember the days when the Cybertruck came out and all this, like the YouTube influencers out there would go, yeah, well, I'll put my order in for a Cybertruck. Oh, I'm still waiting and all that. And there was all this kind of like talk about, oh yeah, it's just so hard to get one. Now there are $800 million worth of them.
Well, they were advertised as strong enough to survive the apocalypse, but it turns out you should probably think twice before towing a couple of sea-deers behind the damn thing, Unbelievable.
By the apocalypse.
Yeah. The
only a couple of years is like sitting out in the rain. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh man.
But that must be I've just got to say that must be an incredible sight, because it gives you that same kind of like image in your head as when DeLorean went bust.
Yeah.
But you had all those DeLoreans. I mean, the thing is, now everybody wants a DeLorean.
Yeah, but it would look like a solar farm in the desert, but you get up close and it's just Teslas, right?
Well, no, it looked like a solar farm when they roll them out. I mean, after a few weeks with the rain on them and the rust starts kicking in, they won't look like a solar farm.
Yeah. They just look like abandoned Martian probes.
Oh, that must be so galling. I mean,
there's another one.
You can pick them up for like $1,000.
They're like government Humvees that are out for auction, right?
Yeah.
But there's another.
I was going to say, I think that's one of the things he's trying to do is sell them to the military so he can, offload them.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. There's another big scam being uncovered right now. PJ CNET in the chat there found it. I was going to report it on it today, but I didn't pick it. There's been this lease thing with Teslas in America specifically where, right, you can't buy the Model 3 and a couple others at the end of the lease. They take them back. And Musk has been telling the investors and stuff, well, the reason we're taking them back is they're going to be robo-taxis and blah, blah, and whatnot. But secretly, they've just been upgrading the software in them and then selling them as used vehicles and making money again. They're double dipping the pot.
It's madness.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
His days must be numbered at Tesla.
They're doing this whole thing too, where they have a software upgrade. It's about $2,000 American, and it gives you a faster 0 to 60 time. It unlocks a little bit more of a boost mode.
No, it just tells a lie.
Yeah, exactly, right. And it rolls back your odometer at the same time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But the thing is the battery pack is already able to send that electricity to the electric motors that are already able to lay out that much power. So why are you paying them $2,000 to just unlock it?
It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah. I can't understand these companies that think this is okay. Like BMW's done that. We put heated seats in every one of our cars, but if you'd like to access them, it's going to cost you monthly subscription. But they're already there. You know, how can you charge me money to activate the button? I don't get it.
No, I mean, you can imagine it was like buying a physical, car.
Yeah,
just a decent, internal combustion engine car, and it's like, you can get like, so much horsepower out of it, but we got a little switch on it, but if you pay, we'll bypass that switch and you get the full power. And, no, it doesn't happen.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you want the full power version of the car? Pay us extra and we'll send mechanics around to remove the restrictor plate on your intake. Or it's so stupid. It's already there. You don't have the right to charge me. I've got it already. I don't understand how this can be somehow legal and governments are like, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Well, it just goes to show you that the only car we can all buy and trust is either a Bugatti Veyron or Maserati.
Yeah. We need the company Hugo to come back and just give us, a car.
Yeah. Lada.
Yeah. Oh God, not from Russia though. Not from
I came across this thing the other day, and I've never even heard about it. About this guy called you probably know the story, Emile Lee, who was like caught
supercar guy.
No, he was a French kind of like car explorer kind of guy. He was out in the Moroccan desert, North Africa, in his Citroen 2CV, and he hit some rocks and broke. Just the car broke two wheels. He was stranded. And then he built a motorcycle
out of the car
to try to get out of the desert.
Wow, that's amazing.
I could have sworn you'd have heard of that story.
No, I don't know it. And the Citroen 2CV's engine is a 2-cylinder, so it's basically a bike engine. It makes total sense, right?
Yeah. You just just look him up. Just look him up. You'll see some pictures of the bike.
Yeah, I will.
Hang on. Let me put the name in the green room.
All right.
No point me searching for it because I can't.
You're just doing this because you're related to him, right?
French. I suppose I am through the Norman conquest. Several years.
Yeah.
Very, very loose connection.
Yeah. Did you guys see the announcement today from Linus Tech Tips in a video?
What was that?
They got a Guinness World Record certificate framed and everything given to them because they computed pi to 300 trillion places.
What?
Yeah. It took them like 9 months. They had to start and stop a couple of times. They built this massive computer with some sponsors and stuff, and they computed pi to 300 trillion places confirmed and set a Guinness Book of World Records.
Well, how does someone check that?
Well, it's all on the storage.
Someone's also got a computer to that too.
Well, yeah. No, they used a standard script or whatever that computes pi, so it's accepted. And they had Kyocera, no, not Kyocera, Xiaomi or whatever, somebody and sponsors and stuff throw in huge amounts of storage. They had petabytes of storage to store it.
Really?
Yeah, but they really did it, man. They really did it. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Is it also incredibly useless?
Yeah, 100%. And it cost them $9,000 in electricity alone. Yeah, it really did.
So if you want your perfect circle,
yeah, exactly, right? I don't. Yeah, but it's a neat thing,
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, but like I say, it's like completely useless. But yeah, science, eh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's completely useless, like a modern car sold by Stellantis. But, yeah. So, sorry, I'm just trying to smoke this thing and crack another beer and first world problems. I know. People, if you guys think that me on the show is me all the time, you probably think that all I do is smoke pot and drink beer, but that's not actually the truth.
No, sometimes you do the washing up as well.
Yeah, and you got to sleep, right?
Sleeps for the dead.
Well, what I do is I smoke a joint right before bed, and then I set my alarm at 4 hours so I can smoke a pre-rolled one. So I can. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that. I'm the guy that looks at the clock and goes, "It's 9 o'clock. I know I'm going to be in bed by 10:30. There's no point in rolling a joint now because I'll sleep through half of it, and I just have a couple of puffs or whatever. I have to be pretty frugal in life, honestly.
Yes,
So,
it's because we're not billionaires.
Not even close.
Yeah.
No. We were going to fund our own trip to Mars just because we wanted to see what all the fuss is about. Turns out we're not wealthy enough. It was.
You mean you got to buy your own rocket company first?
Yeah. I just wanted to see, everybody talking about it all the time,
Yeah. So we got a Mars bar instead and licked it.
Yeah.
we went halves on it.
Yeah. He got the work. I got the rest and play. You got to be old to know that reference.
Well, they all know the reference. They're all old.
Yeah, that's true. I know. I had a happy moment 10 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. I am gonna. We got a new neighbor in our townhouse complex. I was talking to her, and her son was out just toddling around, being a little weeble wobble. It was really funny, And she mentioned that she's not the youngest parent ever, and I'm looking at her like, you could be my daughter, right? So I said, well, I'm usually the elder parent in the group, And she says, well, how old were you when you had your child? Because she doesn't even know Felix yet. And I said, he was born when I was 36. And she looks at me and she goes, well, how old's your child? I said, 18. And she looks at me and again, she goes, yeah, no. You're wearing it well then. I'll give you that. And I said, well, thanks, Because she was doing the math, right?
Yeah. That makes you 152 years old.
Yeah. Actually, I got it wrong too, because I was 37 when Felix was born. I always fucked that up. But,
a bit like the conception. You're supposed to put what, where?
Yeah. It was a drunken camping moment. I was lucky to be in the right tent.
Maybe you weren't.
Yeah. Maybe he wasn't, right?
Yeah. Nobody was in the right tent that night.
Yeah, I still don't know whose keys they were, but I grabbed them from the bowl.
Have to do a DNA test on Felix and the cars. Oh dear.
No, with Felix being on the spectrum and me and how I am, I'm pretty sure I know where that DNA test is going to land. Oh, for sure. So yeah, we were. Ohm says, "Where's Slavy at?" I don't know. Here, I'll give her a shout and see what she's up to.
Yeah. Well, Slavy's going to be doing show tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh. She can't be on everything, Yeah. If you're looking for Slavy, then what are you watching on our channel for? Go watch that channel.
Hey, we got Renegade Chungus in the chat too from the Car for Ukraine hangouts. Hey, Chungus, we're using the same link I use for the things if you want to join us and hang out. I don't even know if I have it saved. God, I'm so useless at this sometimes.
I know, and it's your one and only job.
I'll drop it in the group room there just in case anybody's up.
You can't say you're useless because people think you're absolutely fucking great at this. So don't let it slip. Build yourself up. Make you look like you're the king and you know what you're doing. Yeah,
I do though. That's just it.
Never admit to his mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're always the first to point out, I tried to do a thing and it didn't work. No, shut up. Don't say that.
Yeah.
Just say,
when I do that though, I am talking about some pretty advanced stuff compared to your average person. Yeah, if you're in the Easter Car for Ukraine fundraiser and you happen to be watching us right now, I just put the link to join us in the room. Because that couldn't be a bad thing, could it? What do we got here? Anything we missed from earlier? I'm not really sure.
Got some bad news for Star Wars fans.
What happened?
Andor's finished.
You love that show, don't you?
It's finished. There's gonna be no more. Oh, so good. It is so good. It is like ticked all those boxes for an old man sensibilities who grew up with Star Wars. It was a grown-up show, based on like kiddie program. It'd be like doing fucking Sesame Street but as an adult show. With real acting. It was great.
Yeah, I've been waiting until this season ended so I could sit down and have a full fucking go on it. I can't wait. Oh yeah.
I have like gone back and started rewatching some of the episodes and I realized what I need to do is go right back to the beginning of Andor to watch season 1, then watch season 2, then watch Rogue One, then watch Star Wars.
Oh, I never thought of that. That's going to be a whole trial. Oh my God, I'm going to need 2 fucking days. I'm going to need 24 beers, 1/4 ounce of pot, and snacky s'mores.
Because the last episode of Andor is literally just like days before Rogue One. Rogue One is days before, Star Wars A New Hope. So it's just like, you just got like a few weeks of shit to happen within the Empire. And it's just so great.
Speaking of Rogue One, that's got Mads Mikkelsen or whatever that guy's name is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the Sean Bean of the Norris descendants. He literally exists to die in movies.
Oh, does he?
He dies a lot.
I don't know him in many things.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Or maybe I'm just not taking any notice. That can happen.
Well, maybe you're not as desperate for science fiction as I find myself at times, you know.
Well, is he just the science fiction stuff?
He just seems to be one of those dudes that ends up, dead. He's not a true Sean Bean, but he's close,
Yeah.
We should give him an honorary red shirt.
Maybe, shooting can, movies can take you out, take it out of you. Maybe he just gets tired.
Yeah.
I need to lie down, have a little sleep now. Can you write me the film?
Yeah. Hey, Steven, Mr. Spielberg, wait, could somebody stick me with a sword? I'm just getting a little bit tired,
Spielberg. That always makes me laugh. You know what Spielberg means?
No.
Bouncy castle.
Really?
Yeah, Spielberg, play castle. He's a bouncy castle.
Wow. Oh, that's funny. So that's how he got married. He's literally a German fuck toy. It's just,
Yeah. Spiel is German for game, and Berg is German for castle. So he's basically a bouncy castle.
I'm surprised. What's that band from Germany? They got like the four on the floor kind of beat going, but they're like a metal band. Rammstein. That sounds like a good song they could have written.
What, Spielberg, the bouncy castle?
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds like a song that we should write. To be honest.
Bouncy. Turn out, castle. Turn out. I like those guys a lot. They're really cool. The first time I ever heard about those guys, my buddy had this DVD and he was like, yeah, there's this German metal band that are kind of freakishly sexy. And I bought the DVD so we could party and watch it. And I was like, well, that's not weird. Are you sure you shouldn't invite somebody with, I don't know, tits?
Be invited to watch something that's freakishly sexy.
Yeah, it was weird, man.
Dangerous road.
Yeah, but we put the DVD in. Yeah, he had a PlayStation 2 as a DVD player, so that gives you a chronology of where we were, and we're watching them, and they're really good, man. Even live, they're really tight. Great band, Rockfish and I, Larry, were right into like good stuff, So, and then it got a little strange, and the singer grabbed the keyboard player by a chain around his neck and dragged him out to center stage, pulled this big plastic dick out of his pants, and proceeded to start beating him in the ass with it while it spewed goo all over the place. And I was just like, now I know what you were talking about.
And stop sending me Pornhub links.
Yeah, exactly. I just couldn't believe. I was like, wow, okay, this is different. But they're such a good band. They have this song Angle, which I guess is Angel. Holy fuck, it's one of the best songs I've ever heard. It's so good. Yeah, love that stuff. Love that stuff.
You're yet to hear the best song you've ever heard.
What?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Back to Star Wars. Because I was doing some thunking, right? And Luke and Leia.
Yeah.
Born to royalty. The princess. Queen Amidala. Born to royalty. So Leia,
born to live on Sugar Mountain with the Jedi and
shut the fuck up. Now, okay. So Leia Leia, okay, they pack her off into the royal family of the Alderaan system. Yeah, but what better thing to do? So send her off to Alderaan. She's gonna be called Leia Organa. No one will ever know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of that movie, send her. We've got to put them where nobody could ever find them. Well, with their family, then. Okay, great.
Yeah, Luke. They now. Owen Lars, Uncle Owen, he's the son of Klieg Lars, who married Shmi Skywalker.
It sounds like the heritage of Thor's hammer.
So Owen Lars is the stepbrother of Anakin Skywalker.
Okay.
Otherwise known as Darth Vader.
Beelzebub.
Now, they decided not to rename Luke to Lars. They kept the name Skywalker. All right, so he's Luke Skywalker. How do you hide somebody from Darth Vader? I know. We'll keep his name Skywalker, and we'll get him to live with your fucking god-awful stepbrother on a shitty planet in the middle of nowhere.
I know.
Now, what if Darth Vader decided to drop in for a family visit?
This whole plan sounds like it came directly from Oliver North. It's just not very well thought out.
Why didn't they send Luke off to?
I know.
The fucking prince, basically.
Luke,
they send off into another royal family. No, let's stick to a fucking farm.
Luke should have been raised by Obi-Wan.
Anybody.
I know.
A fucking farmer with his own family name. And also, because the fact he's called Luke Skywalker, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Leia Organa, when she was growing up on Alderaan, she would have questioned her birthright because she knew she was adopted. She knew what she wasn't born in.
Yeah, so we saw it where she runs around like an impetuous little child on that one show, right?
I didn't watch that one.
But it was pretty good.
But she must have known that her family history, to some degree. I mean, she knew about the fucking Death Star. I mean, that was the biggest secret. Her family name was Skywalker. So when Luke turns up the Death Star and says, "Oh, hello, I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you," why didn't she go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
You're Skywalker.
Yeah. And then why does she proceed to kiss a known family member just to piss off the rogue, scruffy nerf herder, right?
It's kind of the Roman thing to do. You just sleep with your family, but
yeah. We don't talk about the dealings in that part of the galaxy.
It is so funny about science fiction and science fantasy and stuff like that. Like the same as Star Trek and all that kind of shit. When you actually start peeling back the onion peel and actually look at it, what shit?
Yeah. There's a.
Just make it up as you go along.
Yeah, exactly. There's a funny quote from Carrie Fisher too. In the third movie, Jedi, she's like, "You know how much cocaine it takes to look good in this bikini?"
Wow, Harrison Ford tried it on.
Man, did she look good in that thing though?
Yeah, she looked all right.
We've got a shout out to do. I love shout out. Billy. I got the pirate thing and I went for the sailor thing. I fucked that right up. We got UTV and Hammond with a $10 direct Ko-Fi donation for any priority from UTV. The priority is probably going to be a Brita filter so I can drink enough water to wake up sober tomorrow.
I could do with a pack of AA batteries. Oh, okay. Well, we won't even talk about that then. Yeah,
I know, but I had a few jokes and I thought to myself, no, I've already pissed your wife off tonight enough. I'm not going to do that.
TheShills. She runs on main. Batteries run down too quick.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, you're talking about her drinks mixer, of course, aren't you?
Sure. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. This is the weirdest potato masher I've ever used.
But it sure gets you to the gravy. Oh, shit. So it seems we're on a downward spiral as it pertains to morality and the human condition. So we're on track.
Yeah, no, it just sounds like that's what the world needs right now.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. I got a thing I can do here. All right. So you blither on like a moron for a second, and I'm gonna do something really cool. Watch this.
Okay, I'll throw some Christians to the lions then while we're at it.
Yeah,
only throwing Christians because we ran out of Jews.
Oh God. But at least I don't work for Jews.
Oh God, this whole anti-Semitism thing that's going through at the minute. Those poor Palestinian children. Oh, they're getting slaughtered. Oh, you anti-Semite, you. What?
I know. And we got Renegade Chungus coming in to join us, and he's like, "You're bringing me in during this fucking conversation."
There you go. You're right. You're right in it now.
Chungus, how's it going? Oh, we don't hear you. Do you hear him? Hold on.
No, I don't hear him either.
Okay, here.
So when you get your microphone sorted out, Chungus.
Yeah, Chungus, look on you. There we go.
Yeah, should we starve children?
What the fuck did I just walk into?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Starving children, good or a bad thing?
Starving children, bad. Drinking Tito's, good.
Oh yeah, look at that. The man knows how to enjoy himself when he be chilling.
Yeah. We're not messing around today. I got my Kiev kicker going on right here, my cock and bull, and I got my Tito's, and we're gonna hit it.
Awesome. Glad you could join us, buddy. How's things your way? Life treating you all right? You know?
Yeah, well, brutal and unquenching, but hey, that's the norm, right? That's what we do. Single parent life.
Oh,
I feel it.
Every time it puts its 4 knuckles up my backside, I hope it doesn't knock a tooth out. That's all you can do, right?
Yeah. Hey, someone needs to remind me in 20 minutes. I gotta go flip the pork loin on the barbecue. I saw you guys having fun. I wanted to come in.
Cool, buddy. Cool. All right.
Last time I flipped the pork loin, I had a child.
Damn.
Oh, that was a good one. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta fix the button. I have to hold it. It's set wrong. Oh, shut up already. Jesus.
You need to get that out of your system.
Yeah. I gotta really fix that. Okay, hold on.
Not now.
Yeah, I might need it again after, and I'm sure gonna forget. So, Chungus, did you hear about the Republicans voting against the Trump budget?
You know what, Dick? I've been so busy on other shit. No, it's sort of yes and no. I saw some TikTok reels about it, but I made a brand new video for Blonde Bombsheller because she helped me out a ton during the Pasonki fundraiser. So I spent that took like a day. Just to make the video, and then I had to make a YouTube friendly video because it was way too crazy up in this. So I had to I put it on Reddit first to test the waters, right? And Reddit's like, no, dude, policy violation. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, am I that bad? Am I really that twisted? Oh my god. So I reeled it in, I edited it out, and then I just sent it out today after my live stream. But no, I got bits and pieces, but I don't have the full info. So let's hear it.
So here's how it goes. I found the story and we recorded it earlier for our 42 show uploads that go up tomorrow. And at first I was like, 5 Republicans would not vote for the budget, and now it's stalled. And I was like, okay, finally we got some pushback. And then I start reading the article. One sec. And I find out that 3 of the Republicans disdained from voting because the cuts weren't deep enough.
Ooh.
And we're talking about cuts to Medicaid and so on, right? And these cuts are to fuel the tax break for the rich and powerful. And so as I'm reading the article, I was like, oh no, I thought I had something great to report to everybody. But now I get to tell everybody how horrible humanity really is. Oh,
it's
no.
disgusting. It's disgusting.
Come on. Isn't it nice that the rich and powerful get a little bit of a break? I mean,
well, they had such a hard time.
They definitely need reparations.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Bastards.
Yeah. What did I just do? Oh no. Okay, there we go. Did we just go off air for a second? I set my beard down on my trackpad and it made OBS go away, and I have no idea. We might have just disappeared for a second.
Keep telling you, shut up. Don't tell the people your mistakes. Gloss over it.
But I built an amazing show. The fact that I can fuck up the controls. No.
I you know what? I've been there, mate. I used to be this big audio visuals, engineer sort of thing for a massive hotel, and I was like doing a big conference. I can't remember who it was for. It was like British Airways. It was like a big conference, and had the big rear projection screen, the big stage and dais and everything. Everything was amazing. Video and everything, and audio all synced up, ready to go. Pressing buttons and shit. I sat down on the remote for the slide projector, and the slide projector just goes and everything just goes out of fucking whack.
That's that moment of brilliance, right?
Yeah. Luckily, I didn't have to go up on stage and say, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Like Steve Jobs when he was demoing one of the iPhones, and he started giving the viewers, the audience in the auditorium, shit for being on Wi-Fi and slowing down the loading of the web page. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, it was funny.
I miss those days of jobs.
Yeah. Those modern Apple product announcements where they're not really on a live stage and it's just all, produced and stuff. It's terrible. It's awful.
Have you heard the outrage over their Apple AI?
Yeah.
Basically, the story is, I don't know if you want to tell it, Dick, but basically, the stuff they were putting out on their demos,
they're all lies.
Yeah, they didn't even exist.
Yeah. And they're about to admit defeat and just partner up with ChatGPT, OpenAI, or whatever, right?
What it reminds me of is the weapons demonstrations for the Russian Federation, where they bring out all these high-tech little drone robots. They turn out just to be ass, and they're not even. Then they're like, fuck the robot. Let's use donkey.
There was a famous demonstration years ago from Mercedes of an anti-lock brake system, and it comes out of the garage at 50 miles an hour and slams into the vehicle in front and totally fails. And the German engineer guy just turns and looks and goes, "It stopped."
See, it worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm curious, Dick. Kevin Kiley, he is a Republican representative in California. in the Sacramento area. Did he vote on that? Because he went missing in Congress during a lot of the voting to, I believe it was to cut Medicaid and whatnot. He got called out by some of his other counterparts in the whole meeting for not being present because he's such a devout Christian. He just hid. He hid and hid and hid, but he was tweeting. So he went like took a massive like Abraham Lincoln log shit and came back and yeah.
Well,
do you know if he voted on that?
I don't have the list of names in the article I had, unfortunately, but I'll say this, Chungus, and I truly see it. There's many Republicans that are Christian Republicans, religious Republicans, that are quietly in the background saying, this is not my Republican Party. This is wrong.
Yeah, he is a devout Ukraine supporter, and he's been really forefront with it for the most part, taking Zoom call meetings, advocacy meetings with some of the people that I know. So I have a hard time really bashing the mofo, but it's really interesting to watch to see if he's in Northern California and it's kind of red inland, and then like on the outside it's blue. I want to see. I have the feeling he has the ability to flip, because there's plenty of representatives there that are devout Christian. I know some of them, like former representative of Rancho Cordova, Ken Cooley. He goes to every Ukrainian rally he can make it to. I see him there all the time. I walked up to him and did an interview with him. I'm like, hey, I got to talk to you. I didn't know who he was. He's like, I'm not in politics anymore, son. I'm like, I don't know who you are. Those Ukrainians over there telling me you're important. I need to talk to you. He's like, oh, okay, let's do an interview.
Cool. I'm assuming when you say Christian, I'm assuming they're just like normal Christian as opposed to fundamentalist.
Throw all that like weird sort of what is that? What do they call it now? Christian nationalism out the window, and like
I refer to it as the fire and brimstone variety.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, the snake biters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw some really weird shit going on with some of these mega churches. Like they're holding swords, they're talking in tongues. Oh my god, I'm gonna do a whole stream on it just because it's so
if you do that, bring me on for 10 minutes. I had a girlfriend that brought me to a church where they did the whole healing of touch and speaking in tongues. And I was just standing there as like an 18-year-old who had smoked a joint that morning going, what the fuck is going on, man?
Well, if you remember back, this stuff's been going on for days. I remember the first like super mega church scandal I can remember was Ted Haggard. Do you remember him? Yeah. Where he was caught with his boyfriend inside of a hotel room who happened to be a prostitute.
Yeah, they were playing leapfrog like nobody's business, man.
And smoking an 8-ball of crystal meth while they're doing just yuck.
Yeah, that's
God moves in mysterious ways.
Yeah, God moves in mysterious ways with a crack pipe. I
like the way you move.
We are going completely feral today. Fuck it. I don't even care.
Somebody in the chat asked me earlier if I was obeying the Canadian elbows up stance right now. I just want to show how much I'm obeying that right now.
That's hardly elbows up. That's just like one elbow at 90 degrees drinking beer. That's not.
Hey,
I don't think that's what it means.
Yeah, I'm not making smart life choices, but I'm making them geopolitically. So
I'm tipping the wrist in the name of Canada.
Yeah, there's nothing Nietzsche couldn't teach me about the
crazy. Socrates himself was permanent.
No, not Socrates anymore. Now it's Carney, right?
So Dick, I've never had Canadian beer. What's it comparable to? Is it delicious? I've had Canadian whiskey.
It's just like American beer, except about a percentage and a half higher.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know,
It's like American beer, but with alcohol in it.
Have you ever had an IPA?
yeah. No, but that opinion of American beer being a little lower in percentage comes from the 70s and 80s, where your average beer was 3.5% or 4%, and ours was 5 or 6, right? You know.
That makes sense. I remember my old boss, his name was Paul. He'd tell me stories where they'd go out to like the drive-throughs and they would have this like, it was like a near beer, but it had alcohol and it was like a 2.4%, and they could drink it when they were 18. And they were just like pounding it.
Yeah.
I could take 20 pisses before they felt a buzz.
Yeah.
I remember we had this guy at university. He was an American Marine, so like doing some kind of fucking studenty thing over here in the UK, and he was like boasting about, because he's an American, because he always boasts. He was only like a short guy as well, but he was like, I can drink. We had the beer festival. One drink, he was on the fucking floor.
Yeah.
We didn't see him for 2 days.
Yeah. Well, that's funny. Yeah. But you gotta, when you go to foreign places and they have stronger beer, and you're a 6-pack champion of the local pub, and then you go somewhere where their beer is twice the percentage, you've got to make sure you have a good breakfast and lunch, or you're fucked. You're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of really good ales and beers over here that they'll start at 6 or 7%.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like knocking back a bottle of wine.
Exactly. We have beers up here that are 8.5%. And if you don't pay attention and you start tossing them back the way I do, 5%ers, 3 or 4 beers in, you're like, I'm sorry, Ossifer, but I'm sure I was fine.
Even 5% is relatively strong. If you get a pint of beer in the UK, it's usually like 3.6, or maybe if you're lucky 4. But the good ones, are 5 or
Oh God, anything under 5 is considered light beer up here. And my pub next door with the beer store that I go to, they only carry in the entire place, and it's pretty big. Like, it's probably 1,000 square feet. And I think they only carry 3 light beers because it's Canada. We just don't really do that,
Yeah.
It's kind of sacrilege. Like, it's annoying almost having a 4.5. Like, why would I want? Come on, I'm not just drinking because I want the flavor.
Yeah. I'm not buying, Heineken Zero or whatever, right?
Oh. Speaking of which, okay, so you're talking Heineken. I found a beer from Ukraine. This is a Kievsky Draft, Kiev, Ukraine beer. I found at one of the little markets here. This sucker right here, that bad boy is like Heineken times 10 times better. Wow. It doesn't have that skunky flavor to it, but it tastes like a really clean Heineken. Amazing. It's only a 5%, right? But oh my God. Such a good beer.
Yeah, no, Heineken's shit. I'd never drink that. Just go for a nice Eastern European beer. Yeah,
if you think that Heineken is something that you want to drink, it's not Heineken. It's Pilsner or Quell that you actually want. It's a beautiful, hoppy, clean Pilsner beer that is absolutely fantastic. And it doesn't have that aftertaste of, oh, dear God, did a German just come in my mouth?
On that note, I got to go flip my loin. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh. Hey.
When you squeeze my lemon.
Yeah.
I think he was just singing us one of those unreleased Led Zeppelin songs. I gotta flip my loin, baby. Oh, that's fun. Take care, Ham. See you soon, dude. It's one of those nights where I'm going to go outside after we're done and hope one of my neighbors is having one of those barbecue moments so I can just snake food off them and not have to make it.
I can't just lick the grill at this point. I'm just going to go flip my loin on it.
Yeah. yeah. It's making me hungry,
Take it out.
Yeah. He's barbecuing his family starter by the sounds of it, Hey, did you guys hear? I've got a really cool thing coming very soon. Behind me is going to be a signed flag that was auctioned on Rick the Ukrainians. Now, I gotta scroll back on the chat because I don't want to fuck up who gave this to me. It's somebody who's around here all the time. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, Duncan Stewart.
Duncan Stewart.
Yeah, Duncan Stewart. Yeah. He won the flag and he got a hold of Rick the Ukrainian and said, send it to Dick Dawson. So fucking rights, man. I got another cool thing coming up.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're lucky. I'm still working on my first one.
Yeah, you'll be able to stitch them all together to make a nice quilt.
Yeah. Hey, Duncan's here today. Hey, Duncan. Thanks, dude. Rock, motherfucker. Right on, man. I'm going to put it right. Let me get this right there. And then I'm going to lower the globe a little bit so it sits nicely right there.
Yeah, I've told Dick he needs to have like a flagpole so he can have them all his flags hanging behind him like a presidential like a podium.
Yeah. I'm going for the full dictator look. Yeah. No, but I've always I've got some red shirts and stuff that I can't even wear because everything's red behind me, right? So having this black signed flag over there is really going to change the balance. And then I can wear a few more of my outfits.
Well, you can't wear the red shirts because every time you wear them, you die.
Yeah, exactly. I get beamed to the surface and killed, But yeah, so it'll be cool. Where are we here? Oh, we're only about an hour in. Okay, we're not bad yet.
What are you smoking there, Dick?
Well, this is just a cigarette I had to relight, but I've got a nice chunk of hash here, and I've got some really good grass in this dish here. And I've also got a really strong vape in this tool here.
Line up his entire menagerie of.
We all have our streaming snacks. I got mine too. Check it out.
Dude, yeah. What you got?
I got some fruit edibles, Pineapple Express sativas. These are fucking so good. And then I just found these ones out. These indica strawberry.
Oh, I love me some strawberry, baby. Yeah.
Oh my God. And my favorite, my all-time bedtime favorite, the Grape Ape Indicas.
Oh.
Yeah. They're so $12 for like 10 milligram.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's California. I love it.
Yeah. Here, dude, let me grab something and show you because I was at the beer store today and they blew me away with a really cool opportunity to spend my money. Hold on.
Oh, dear.
What about you, Dunk? Where's your green at other than, your face and your hands?
What? What's my green?
Yeah, where's the green?
Where's the green? No, I don't touch. I don't touch that shit. I don't need any of it.
Oh God, it's my medicine.
Oh, dude, totally. Here, check this out.
I'm living in the UK, Chungus. It doesn't like growing trees over here.
Oh, ooh, what is that?
Yeah, look at this. It's called a boozy bag, and it's 5%. It's a full liter, and it's infused pink lemonade in a big thingy, and you put it in the freezer and turn it into a slushy, and then squeeze it out on a hot day and enjoy everything life has to offer.
Oh my god!
I was asking the chat this when you were showing it earlier. How does it know not to freeze?
It has enough alcohol in it. It just doesn't, right?
Okay.
Right? And
that is the most American thing I've ever seen come off your show.
And it was $6 Canadian.
Oh, what's in it?
I'm pretty sure it's the piss of Venezuelan prisoners mixed with sugar and alcohol. But
yeah, and they showed a picture of a strawberry.
Yeah, on a pillow in a hotel somewhere.
Oh my god! Yeah, I need a gallon of water just to look at that thing.
Yeah. So I bought 2 of them, and then what I did was I said to my neighbor, I said, "Hey, what are you doing later?" And she said, "Nothing. My daughter's over with father." And I said, "Well, my son's gone too, so you're gonna help me drink 2 disgusting fucking Mars like survival packs of alcohol." And she said, "Yes." So that's what we're gonna do after.
Right on. That sounds like a good deal. Maybe I should find some disgusting frozen alcohol.
Yeah, dude. If you want, I'll hook you up. We'll do a care package. I'll play the role of mom. Let me put this back in the freezer so I can at least stomach it later. All right.
Look at your chat. Stephen Walsh says astronaut alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. Don't drink with your neighbors. Why not, Mexican girl? I'm curious. What happens? Is that how land disputes happen?
Oh man, by the time I wake up in the morning after drinking those things, I'll be pickled like a McDonald's fake plastic pickle,
Yeah, count me out for a week.
So what else is happening in the world that's pissing you off? Chungus, you got anything you want to sound off to the viewers on?
Oh, I already had my emotional breakdown on stream the other day, man. It all came crashing in. I got it out in one big hoo-ha.
Yeah.
I got on. I'm like, I'm fucking pissed. You're going to watch me cry, freak out. And I poured it out. So I'm good.
I'll wait for the last episode of Andor 2 then.
Oh fuck! You know what? I haven't even touched Star Wars for a while. All right, I've reverted back to my Star Trek roots. So,
idiot.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you said Andor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find myself as a card-carrying geek nerd sci-fi die-hard person. I find myself desperate for new sci-fi, actually something different, something unique, something like there was a show, I loved it. What was that one called, Dunk? With the J. Jonah Jameson guy from Spider-Man.
What?
You remember that show I was just all up in arms about that was so cool, and then it got canceled, and it was the old couple?
Something Skies.
Yeah. Night Sky?
Night Sky, that's it.
Yeah. And it was so fucking cool and unique and new. And it's not the instant biggest show in the world. We'll cancel it. I wish that show had came out on Apple TV. Not that I pay for it. I bootleg everything. But because they at least let the not instant hit shows grow the way TV shows and bands used to get time.
Yeah, there's even a new season of Foundation.
I couldn't believe that when I heard that Foundation's getting a new series.
Yeah, I thought that would have been scrubbed.
Yeah.
You know what really pissed me off? I know this is gonna sound silly. And I'm a nerd. I'm a fucking Trekkie nerd. When it comes to it, like Trekkie is my roots.
Yep.
Before Star Wars, my brother was like the Star Wars guy, but then like I fell in love with a couple Star Wars movies, and I love Star Wars. Don't get me wrong, I do. I'm gonna say Rogue One. All the new ones was the absolute best.
Agreed.
And that'll be controversial. The style of that's the direction Star Wars should have gone for the future.
Yeah.
But
That's
what
what
pisses me off is 4 seasons of Enterprise, Star Trek Enterprise. I don't know if you watched that.
I did.
It was so good.
I loved
and then
it.
They cut it.
I know.
Oh my fucking god.
I know.
It's been a long road.
Stop that.
Yes!
Stop that. Stop that. We're not having any bloody singing here.
He hates that. He hates it.
But I agree, Chungus. That show was so much better than the critics and the advertisers of its day gave it credit for, and it got killed. And
the fans as well didn't particularly like it as well.
yeah,
right?
but I think looking back, they give it more credit now. You know, it's a very much it got screwed in its time, but it has the worst fucking last episode. Oh my God, turning it into a Star Trek The Next Generation episode. That was so bad.
I just missed the Beagle.
Yeah. What was his name? Porthos. Yeah. Every time he says his name, I think, I'm hungry for steak, you know.
The funny thing is, the fans didn't like it because they really had got like The Next Generation. They got the Star Trek Voyager, and they had Deep Space Nine. So it was all like in that era, of Star Trek. And the funny thing is, and when because the missus, I put on this like channel that just shows really old movies, and then she comes down, sits down, gets the buttons for the telly, switches over. Oh, Star Trek. Oh. And I don't know why she puts it on because she doesn't particularly like it that much anyway. But
she does it to piss you off.
I think that's probably it. But the funny thing is, when you're watching Star Trek Voyager, you watch and you go, God, this is a fucking dumb episode. and a lot of them, there's some really good Voyager episodes that are really, really good. But a lot of them are just like really fucking dumb. There's like one today where somebody was trying to put on a play, and what the fuck is all that about?
The whole thing that pissed me off about Voyager, dude, was they were sent to where the Borg were from, and it took 3 fucking years to get to it.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck what you guys say. I was in it for 7 of 9. She is hot.
Well, she doesn't show up until the 3rd season. I rest my case.
No. I'm all in on Chungus here because my wife pointing out the other day, says, why are so many episodes about 7 or 9? It's because I was pointing out because it's for the boys. The teenage boys loved her. She hated the costumes and the outfits because they just like pulled everything and poked everything out. But I
don't remember a goddamn episode. I remember those eyes.
Yeah. It was the same with the Vulcan in Enterprise. She wanted to be a real actress, and every chance they got, they were like, "Oh, you got to get half naked and decompression." Of course, I do. There
was even an episode in Enterprise where you got the engineer and the security guy. I can't remember the bloody names. Trip and whatever his name.
Yeah, who cares? Yeah.
But they're sitting there. They're talking about her bum. You go, oh, he's got a lovely bum. Yeah, bum. Yeah, and she's got an awesome bum. Yeah. I mean, she out of all the Vulcans, she's the most fucking gorgeous. But no, the point I was trying to get to,
she was a really good actress for the role, and
anyway, shut up, because the point I was trying to get to the point I was trying to get to about Enterprise is so many of the episodes are absolutely solid, good episodes.
Especially with Jeffrey Combs, Commander Shran, the Andorian.
Oh yeah, he was amazing in that.
Fuck, is
that
he
was
good?
I love
So
a lot
good.
of the interaction between the two of them. It's just like,
Yeah.
you know, they're kind of like, friends, but, just
Frenemies. Yeah.
tortured friends. Yeah. It's just,
I'm gonna
okay.
binge watch that. I feel like a lot of their content is relevant to like today. I know it
Yeah.
is somewhere deep in my brain. I just
Yeah.
got to rewatch it.
If you want, sorry, Dunk. If you want the login, Chungus, I got all those shows on our Plex server. You can just binge them for free, man. I'll give you
Oh
the
my god,
login.
yeah, I got so much shit, Dick. I don't even have time for all that.
See,
I know I have it for free somewhere. I just got to go find the goddamn app.
that was the funny thing watching Andor, especially the season 2, because a lot of people, are seeing correlations to the modern US government and the rise of authoritarianism, even though it's quite admitted by all the writers and everything. They just based it off of World War II and how that was the growth of authoritarianism. But people are watching Andor going, oh yeah, that's just like the Trump administration. Oh dear.
Yeah. We picked goose stepping because of those guys back then, not now. It just happens to fit.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Nothing new under the sun,
Yeah. Mexi Girl in the chat says rules of acquisition. There's a funny thing here to mention. In Star Trek The Next Generation, the Ferengi were introduced to be like the new Klingons, and nobody could take them seriously. So they became the greedy Republicans. It's really...
I didn't figure that out. I literally started binge watching Next Generation again for the first time. And I'm watching this shit. I'm like, oh my god, the Ferengi are the Trump administration.
I know.
This is it. This is the echelon of capitalism right here.
Yeah.
This is what would happen if capitalism reached space with Elon Musk.
Yeah,
and
man.
Their brain just exploded and their ears got large.
Those early episodes of Star Trek Generation, though, Jesus Christ, there must have been a shortage of polystyrene in
The first season of Next Generation is pretty weak until you get to the ending where they have that weird parasite bug that's taking over Starfleet,
which never gets mentioned again.
I know, and it's such a dark episode compared to the rest of the show that season.
It should have been a recurring thing. It should have been something, but they just didn't bother touching it again. They found the Borg, and okay.
Yeah, but in that little creature, with that dude and whatnot, they had the ultimate villain for the Federation for a while, and they were like, no, but we have the Ferengi because they have laser whips and they have weird sex parties, and it's just
but the alien was just a fucking Haribo on a piece of string.
Yeah. It was so good. Yeah. Brainworms. Yeah. It was the Robert F. Yeah, it was the Bobby Kennedy fucking
the RFK episode. Oh my god, I'm gonna make a meme video about that now.
Dude, what did you think when you saw the photos of him with his grandchildren in the shit river?
Well, the first thing I thought, child endangerment. The next thing I thought was lead poisoning and E. coli. After that, I thought about the different strains of hepatitis.
Yeah. If the American judicial system had any backbone to fight against a Trump lieutenant, he would be arrested for child endangerment right now, wouldn't he?
100%.
We had a thing years ago in the UK. I can't remember the name of the politician. I think his name was Gummer or something like that. And he was like eating burgers from a burger van, during the days of the mad cow disease and all that kind of shit, saying, "Oh no, British beef is perfectly fine." And it's like, bites a burger and gives it to his granddaughter. You know, say, yeah, here, you eat this, and everyone's going, no.
Oh my God.
It's a similar kind of thing, but you know. I mean, Bobby RFK. What are you going? Yeah, RFK. You know, him swimming in shit creek, and then he's there on the Senate floor going, don't take medical advice from me, Chief Medical Officer for the United States.
You know what? We should just in America. I feel like we should just get rid of rare when you order a burger. Now we'll just call it RFK. It'll just be raw.
That's posh. That's posh if you have it raw. It's called steak tartare.
Called steak RFK. I want an RFK, please. Extra E. coli.
Yeah, some extra shit rubbed into it, please.
Yeah, but when I saw that interview you were talking about there, you know, well, you know, people shouldn't be taking health advice from me, he says. But you are the health advice guy, you sorry ass sack of shit. I just
well,
you know, would you, knowing what you know now, would you vaccinate your children from measles? Well, that probably, maybe.
I have a feeling whatever was in that creek was nothing compared to what he put in his body in the 90s. I'm just saying.
I think it probably cured him of quite a few things, probably.
Yeah.
It was probably beneficial to him, you know, at this point.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the guys from the Rolling Stones and stuff, you know, lived on drugs for like 60 years, and they look at Bobby Kennedy and go, dude, you got some chemical issues going on in your body, you know?
Oh, come on. The Rolling Stones, they're just basically mummified over the last 30, 40 years.
Oh, totally. You know, Keith Richards, the only thing that keeps him alive is being petrified by the drugs at this point, right? But even still, he's healthier than Bobby Kennedy in the family.
I would put him in charge. We lost Chungus.
Oh no, what happened? Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I. We'll see what happens. He may be back.
He's gone to toss his loin.
Toss your loins, children.
I would toss my line, but I'm too tired. It's getting late.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We got a direct donation in from none other than Lex Luthor. Well, actually, it just says Lex, but I had to do it. Right?
Yeah, we go with Luthor, yeah.
Yeah. $10 direct donation in. Stay strong, Ukrainians. Good show, dude. Good show.
Especially the bear.
I know. Yeah. That's that whole thing with me, you know, that carbonated water really hits me bad. Huge shout, Lex. Thank you very much. And Ham as well, because we've had 2 in tonight. Thanks, guys. Chungus made it back. Chungus!
I'm back, but I got to go again. I got to go flip my loin.
The way you flip my loin, baby.
Yeah. Just maybe remember, just like more than 3 shakes is too much. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it a Led Zeppelin song. Oh, that's funny.
Gonna toss my line, gonna swing it out, gonna shake it all.
Oh God. Well, you know, that's the karaoke version. Oh man. Oh, I noticed my windows are getting very dark now. I do believe that we might be getting this storm we're supposed to get tonight.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's why I bought those bags of booze that you saw. My neighbor and I were going to sit out under the carport and watch the thunderstorms, you know, get drunk.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
just just take this huge long pipe of copper out with you.
Yeah, exactly. Here, would you like to hold this? Yeah. No, she's one of the few neighbors I actually like. So, I wouldn't want to do that. Yeah.
Don't say that too loud.
Yeah, no. Yeah, she's one of those people. She agrees. Hooking up between people that live in a townhouse complex is a very bad idea, because if things don't work out well, literally your next door neighbor is your ex or something, right? That's stupid. You don't do that.
Yeah, and also I'm not being funny, but you do end up with a bunch of people in your complex who, should we just say, have issues.
Couple.
I mean, that's kind of like what it happens when you're, hanging out in. So like,
I end up in the father figure role more often than not, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't mean in the what's that site where you pay chicks to have sex on camera? OnlyFans. I don't mean that kind of daddy,
Oh, yeah, you are the Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Yeah. So, oh yeah, right. Chungus is flipping his loin.
He's tossing his cock.
Yeah. I got a mental image of him picking this sausage out of his jogging pants, Oh, that's funny. Somebody will tell him I said that later.
He didn't actually say whose loin he's tossing.
That's true. Right.
Yeah. Could be a cannibal.
Yeah. I'm some people leave because they have to toss their loin, other people's because they have to toss salad. It's not really for you to pass judgment on, just to be okay with.
Maybe you're trying to win a sperm race.
Oh, don't even bring that up. I haven't watched practice from today. No spoilers.
What? So I'm sperming a one?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know whose knuckle made it to the line first to get that whole shot, Oh, God. This is going to be one of those days where I have too many alcohols. Is alcohols a plural if you have...
If you've had too many alcohols, you've had too many alcohols.
Yeah. Is that how it works? I think that's how it works. Yeah. Seems to for me. So
you've hit drunk.
Ding. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who's lucky not to slur their words? Ding. That's right. You.
You see, the difference is I have portable headphones. I can hear everything you're saying.
I do that every time I get up. I put it on speakers and stuff to make sure I can follow along.
You can't sneak nothing on me. My loin feels great, by the way, and I even tasted it.
That's just queen my loin, baby.
I would like to apologize to you from the bottom of my heart, my king, my country, and everybody likes to apologize to you. Keir Starmer, our Prime Minister, would like to apologize to you, and we hope we can transition and continue the stream in an orderly manner.
Whenever you say you little green weasel, I'm watching you.
Oh, fuck, he's got me sussed.
You see what I deal with on a daily basis around here? Get drunk, alcoholic indifference.
Shut up. You get days off. You don't deal with me every day. You get days off.
Doesn't feel that way. Let me think.
Put a fucking ring on it.
That was funny.
To the point where I got nothing in real. Yeah, I just, maybe I should.
What's this about this apartment complex drama, man? I mean, what happened to two adults hanging out with mutual alcohol intake and just forgetting about the next day? Why does it always have to be extra?
Dude, I don't understand that point, but I've got a few neighbors who should really listen to your seminar on this topic. And I do believe you're going to give that soon, aren't you?
Oh, I might, you know, I hear fighting all the time around me because I kind of live in the hood. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
yeah,
I don't have,
brother.
yeah, there is no paved roads where I'm at. These are dirt roads with rocks, and there's people yelling all the time, kids running around, and it's wild where I'm at. Wild.
Yeah.
Why can't they just
you got
get
a
along?
5-year-old with fangs because they could take a limb. You know?
Yeah. Exactly. That's why I can't grow cannabis in my backyard. Them little bastards gonna cut the buds off.
Oh, thunder and Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
When you take a man's right to grow his own cannabis away, that is when you know your children are out of control.
Speaking of which, I'm doing it.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, we're going Pineapple Express sativa.
Oh, my son would love that. My son loves some pineapple action. Yeah.
I'm a believer.
Make a hell of a pizza.
Then I tasted pineapple, and I'm a believer.
Fuck, it's so good, though.
Yeah.
God damn.
See, this is a man who cares, right? You know, he thinks ahead. He makes sure, he plans, he judges society based on his own gummy intake. And you've got to respect that, right?
Well, to tell you the truth, I miss flower like crazy. I just can't smoke anymore. My lungs can't handle it. They're done. Yeah. The 90s was hard for me. It was really hard.
Yeah, I mean, I know that one. I've got to really judge and do and pace it out. You know, as a cigarette smoker, I've only got so much lung capacity, and that's singular, not plural. You know, at this point, right?
Yeah, that's what really did it in for me. Was the cigarettes, the fucking Newports. They destroyed me.
For me, it was Dunhills. They were so strong.
You ever try the Cool Milds?
Oh, we used to use Cools, weren't they the menthols?
Yeah, the Cool Milds were in the blue pack. Oh my god,
Yeah,
they were so good.
We used to use the menthol cigarettes to cook bottle tokes with hash because it was smoother to suck it down after.
Makes sense. I only did bubble hash. I'd have the micron bags.
Yeah.
I remember one day I was in my shorts. My buddy took a picture of me. I'm doing this big thing of hash in my shorts with a fucking American flagpole.
Yeah.
Grinding into that micron bag.
Yeah, it's like stomping wine for yourself, right? You know? Oh yeah.
Crocs on and shit. Yeah.
Awesome.
I've been smoking Old Holborn tobacco, just that brand, for nearly 40 years.
And he's a paper smoker, no filters, nothing, right?
I must be just keeping that company afloat at this point.
Oh, yeah. So is your cancer.
Yeah. Don't break a bone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You've literally put 3 generations through college at this point, right?
Yeah, well, where's my fucking gold clock, Old Holborn? I should be getting recognition at this point. I've been loyal to the brand for 40 years.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I have 2 children that don't even know what they're talking about because I've been smoking your shit for that long, right? I'm just kidding.
Am I reading your chat right? Stephen Walsh had to fight a moose?
Wow, really?
What the fuck is going on in your chat? Where have I been? This is what I want to hear.
Oh, Stephen Walsh is one of the coolest commenter people, followers a channel could ever want for. He has given us some of the most hilarious moments with big shout outs and stuff. He's on fire usually. So I would figure that he's probably talking from his Jackie Chan years, right?
Was this like an episode of like Super Troopers? Were you like on that like a bear?
Yeah.
God, I'm so curious now. Jesus.
That's funny. Let me make sure I'm caught up here. I think we're good. Okay. I'm having a hard time keeping my head together right now.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Don't worry.
What do we got now? Hour 30 in. Yeah, we got about 20 minutes or something. I got to get myself squared away to have something to eat afterwards. Otherwise, I'm going to wake up in that hangover bliss mode that's just hell, right?
You got a lovely slushy to eat later, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. I got alcoholic slushies because that'll cure what ails me. Yeah.
That's food.
Oh, God. I'm so screwed.
Just put it on some Fruit Loops. You'll be done.
Yeah. Oh, God. The double sugar hit of putting that sack of booze on Fruit Loops would literally have me walking the neighborhood all night going, I don't know what I'm doing, but I can't sit still. You know, there's no way.
That sounds great. Can you put a body cam on?
I'll stream it live.
Yeah.
Ooh, that might be a good idea.
Yeah.
You know, I've got
Walking Dead season 8.
Yeah, I've got the action cam that UTV and Ham grabbed for Felix, and I could hook it up wirelessly to my phone for data and aimlessly walk around at 3 a.m. I'm not sure that's a good idea.
I need a new camera so bad. My little 1080 Zoom conference call camera is just not cutting it.
Oh, I've got a Logitech webcam, and it's supposed to be some expensive one, and it sucks ball sacks, and it's hundreds of dollars. And my son's got one too for his school interactions and stuff. We homeschool, and it's a Logitech with a Carl Zeiss lens and all, and it's supposed to be some awesome thing, and it's not. And then it turns out that there's all kinds of little off-brand but decent action cams out there that are 4K USB direct fucking cameras. I had no idea. You know, I tried the one that UTV and Ham sent to my son as one for me, and I was like, oh my God, that's so much better. You know, so I'm getting the same damn one.
Yeah, I've got a Logitech too, and it's miserable. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like never again.
Yeah, it's junk. You know, the one I have, I either look like President Trump and I've been spray painted orange, or I look like a Ginger kid that's dyed his hair dark, right? You know?
Oof. That was very descriptive.
Maybe it's not the camera's fault. Maybe it's you.
Yeah.
Maybe you're fuzzy and yeah.
Yeah, and at the same token, that's why you're green and short, right?
Yeah, he doesn't look like a fucking rotten avocado.
It's accurate.
Yeah, but the point is for the cost of the Logitech company's stuff, and this goes for all their stuff now. To be honest, you can get better for cheaper. That brand has been bought out by some kind of stock market holding venture capital company, and they're ruined now. Their stuff sucks.
Yeah, it's the same with everything that goes large. They sell out to the biggest buyer, and then they find a way to subsidize their costs. They get rid of their employees. They change their recipe. It's just like everything else. So they'll undercut wherever they can.
Totally, man. It's exactly that. Exactly.
Well, cheers to underground technology and not having to put up with this bullshit anymore, because I'm going to buy a new freaking camera, and you can see how drunk I get with my red face.
I love that call. Speaking of which, I'm going to refresh my alcoholic beverage as well because it's sadly lacking.
I'm going to pick on Dunk a little more then.
Go on then. Go on. Put him up. Put him up.
Put him up. Put him up. So, Dunk, I have to hear, what is the favorite thing about where you live compared to, let's say, have you been to the United States?
Never.
Never been to the United States. Okay, where have you been?
Where have I been? What, apart from the UK?
Yes.
I've been to Germany. I've been through Europe, Yugoslavia. That was Yugoslavia. I've been, Austria. Where else have I been? Italy. Yeah, it's about four.
So let's talk food. What's the food comparable to, like, from where you are?
You know what? Well, the thing is, when we went for our little, trip through, Europe, we were basically put up in like hotels and shit, and they put slop out. It was fucking ridiculously shit. It was no representation of what real local food is like. So never really found out. The best time I had was I think it was when we went to Amsterdam, and I was out there for a few days and working, and we found this place, and I just fell in with just ribs. And so, and we had like a meal out every night, wherever we went. And like for 3 nights, I just had like full rack of ribs. And I don't think rack of ribs is exactly, kind of, Dutch kind of like cuisine. It's just like, yeah, it's just what it is. So
Was it lamb or was it pig?
Pig.
Okay.
Piggly wiggly. Yes. Yeah. So proper pork ribs. Yeah. So I'm not probably not the best kind of person to talk about international foods. It's like when I was working on Rome, and I was in Rome. So we would go out to restaurants, and what would I eat? Pizza. Just get. This is
so when in Rome, eat pizza? That's not how it was taught to me.
I know. The traditional Roman cuisine, pizza.
Well, we have a little insight right now on Dunk. This is why he is Yoda. He likes root leaf, and it's obvious. So yeah, it's delicious to you. Root leaf. I get it.
Well, I still like my car. But don't get that right.
I gotta go slice my loin.
Oh no! Oh dear! No, you don't want to say that out loud.
Well, he must have 2 women there, so he's got to slice it in half to share, right?
Don't want to go around slicing your loin.
He must have a beefy loin that he could slice that shit in half and share it.
Thing is he gonna eat his own loin?
So that's how it is.
I've tried. It hurts my back.
Yeah.
I'm not young anymore.
End up in the hospital just trying to get a meal.
Yeah, we took him to the hospital. It took 2 hours to take the frustration off his face.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Didn't seem to be bothered by his broken back.
I can nearly reach it. So close.
Oh, I mean, the first man who gets there, he'll never leave the house again, right? Why would you?
Can you imagine being like, you're trying to do that, you know what we're talking about, trying to suck yourself off, let's not mince words here, but can you imagine being the first person to do that, and you go, oh, finally I do, oh shit, I don't like the taste.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Tastes like Papa.
I've been trying for all this time, finally got that.
It tastes like that time I had to pass the 5th grade.
Yeah. Tastes like my old bishop. Yeah.
Yeah. Flashbacks to communion.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's Chungus about that. He's tossing his own loin. So
yeah. Practice your loins, children.
Yeah, he's probably coated all his loin with barbecue sauce, so his probably tastes all right.
Yeah.
Just if you are reaching to try to suck yourself off, just make sure you marinate it for 24 hours in barbecue sauce.
He's been gone long enough. I think it's in a bun now. It's funny too, because right now he's interacting with his family, but he can hear us in his headphones, and it must be really hard not to react to our bullshit and interact with the kids and go, no, son, here, let me put that big loin in a bun for you.
Wait, did you just invite Scoutmaster Dan? Scoutmaster Dan, where are you? I miss you. I thought we had something going. Scoutmaster Dan. Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I had this vision of you wearing the headphones, trying to ignore us and interact with people that are not being drunken assholes.
Dude, I'm in my kitchen slicing this fucking pork loin. I hear you guys talking. I'm like, my kids are like, what's wrong with Dad?
See, I knew it.
No, you called that shit 100%.
Oh, that's too funny, man.
Oh, yeah. Like they didn't think I was crazy enough. Jesus.
Yeah. You're
I've been hearing the line, what's wrong with Dad, for a lot of years.
Oh, that's funny.
I still don't know.
Hey Dick, I got a question for you. Are you plugging a fundraiser for Ukraine right now, or are you cleared off your slate?
Well, I think there's a few $1,000 to finish off Car for Ukraine, but after that, I mean, until they start their new one, we're just floating around trying to, sometimes we do. Oh, okay. So Car for Ukraine's wrapped. I didn't even notice this. I get anxiety issues at times, and I'm not always in the group chats and everything. So here, let me show you, fellow babies. Car for Ukraine fundraiser is wrapped. No fucking shit. I had no clue, man. So let me bring this up. We got,
how about a celebration drink?
Yeah, brother. Hold that shit up. Let me see your best toast. Oh, yeah. We done it, fellow babies. There's 222,000 euro in the pot. 2,100 in donations in. Oh, yeah. All that. Bucket of chicken served, done, all.
Another armored Renault 5 on the way.
Yeah, man. So let me go back here. Sorry, here, I'll turn this off while I fuck around in the background. But yeah, it's finished. So you're talking about another fundraiser thing there, Chungus.
Yes.
So what's the thing?
Okay, have you heard of Page in Kansas?
Sorry, you just phased out there. Say that again.
Have you heard of Page in Kansas?
I don't think I have.
Okay, so she is the one that picked up my first fundraiser ever. She's very well known on X and other platforms. She's headed back to Ukraine. I picked up her fundraiser. Not only is she amazing, she was a Peace Corps operator for years, or 2.5 years in Ukraine. So she has like little village ties. She was a school teacher, was teaching English. She has, so she's been in, that was like in 2010 before like Euromaidan and everything happened.
Right.
So she has like deep ties to it. She is the one that picked up the first fundraiser I ever did. And she's heading back. I had her on a live stream the other day and we did a quick interview. And oh my God, it was the #1 watched live stream I've ever done because she has such a great following. B, she is gorgeous. C, she is an amazing human being. And I'm plugging her fundraiser for a while. She already has like a 501c3 or 3C.
Can you hook up with her to join us tomorrow for the Ukraine show?
I might be able to do that. What time are you doing it?
We go live 10 p.m. Ukraine local, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern.
3 p.m. Eastern. Let me reach out to her and get you an answer.
Yeah. You got me on WhatsApp, man. Let me know. That'd be really cool, right? And that also traps you in. You know that, right?
3 p.m. Eastern, so that calculates to noon Pacific. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me reach out to her right now.
Cool, buddy. Cool. That'd be really cool. So there you go. You guys are the insiders. You know what's going on before even I do. Fuck. But that'd be cool because we've got we're not the biggest channel on YouTube, but we got some influence. We raised some money, and until Ivan and Claire and everybody at Car for Ukraine are ready for the next go, we've got.
So I'll break it down for you a little bit why she is so important to me. The way I pulled up my first Ukrainian fundraiser was some of my friends are Ukrainian in the city in Sacramento near where I live.
Okay.
Reached out to me one day and said, "Hey, my family member needs help in the 14th Mechanized Brigade. Can you help them?" I'm like, I think so. I don't know. I've never done this before. I'm not promising you anything. Send me what you got. They're like, okay. So I told them address NAFO, whatever, because I'm a NAFO member. And whatnot, and they addressed it to me. They had a gentleman in the 14th Mech come up with 2 other men, and they did a video for me of an appeal video of NAFO. We need trucks, generators, drones, supplies, whatever you need. And this was right in December of 2023. Right during the time that the aid was cut to Ukraine from Speaker Mike Johnson because the aid was blocked through Trump, right? From December on, I tried to get a fundraiser going through an organization. I reached out to everybody, all the big shots. I'm like, oh, no problem. I got this. They're going to love me. Everybody knows me. It's not going to be an issue. And I reached out to everybody, and I didn't even get a no. A couple people told me no. One person told me yes, and they didn't come through. And I didn't get the only person that had my back was Andrew Mercado from Mercado Media.
Oh yeah, baby, yeah.
He is the only guy that actually supported me, right? And then
we would have, but
you know what? I'm sorry I didn't reach out to you. I probably should have.
Oh, we didn't know each other then, though. So how could you?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's not your fault,
So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, "Fuck, what do I do?" And then I get from December to March. In March, I'm like, "Okay, I got it to air on Mercado." I reached out to him in March. He aired it the next day. Hey, Fungus has a fundraiser. He needs to get started. Can someone help? I texted his family members. And they told me, yeah, it's great, but I hate to tell you, the man that sent you the video is dead.
Oh,
and
God.
He had been killed in action, like the day before I got it aired.
Shit.
And I'm like, oh my fucking God! So now I'm desperate. I don't know what to do. Right.
Right.
And so I hit up X. I'm like, help, X, help. This man sent me this video. The man speaking in perfect English. He's dead. I promised this guy's family I would help him. And it was a different person. His family's a different person. But the man that sent me the video in English was, Ukrainian. He was there with his men. They're freezing ass balls in the fucking winter, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, oh my fucking God, he's dead. I didn't even get this fundraiser going. I could have made the difference. It's going in my head. So I start begging people. I put it on X, which is the last platform to ask for help, right? Because it's so shitty. And Paige in Kansas was like, I can help you. I'm like, okay, let's talk. So we start talking, and I met her, and she's been to Rasdom in Washington. She was a Peace Corps operator there. After she gained my confidence, we started the fundraiser, and within 6 days, we completed the fundraiser for the 14th Mechanized Brigade. It took 6 months to get it going.
Wow.
6 days, wrapped up. And they're sending me videos. Thank you for everything you sent us. And behind the scenes, while we were doing East Pasanki, she was taking care of them without even boosting it. Like they got tarps, they got generators, everything you can think of. And so I owe her the world. And I think the world of her. So that's the one I'm boosting right now. So yeah, I would love to get her on your channel. I reached out to her already. We'll see what she says.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's last minute. And if we can't get her on right, like tomorrow or whatever, we can still do tomorrow's fundraising for her and get her on soon. Right. That's
you're
no problem.
You're going to love her. She's great. You're going to love her. I mean, she's absolutely an amazing human being.
And our viewers are used to pretty girls on stream because we're kind of known for that.
I'm only a man. Like, I know she's such this amazing human being. And then I'm a guy and I see her. I'm like, oh my fucking
yeah,
God.
exactly. Yeah.
I told her, I'm like, Paige, no, like, help. Give me a worse picture.
Oh, ever since Slavy's
been candy around here.
Yeah.
I just told her for a picture for my thumbnail, and she has this picture of her with these beautiful flowers, like sunflowers, just standing there, and she's gorgeous. I'm like, oh my God, stop. I'm here to raise funds. I'm not.
Yeah. We had when Slavy joined the Shills channel to do our Saturday show with us, and now she's co-host. She does the intros and everything. We get people in the live chat like, "Oh my God, can we talk about how beautiful Slavy is?" It's like, no, we're not going to talk about that. But thank you for the compliment. Like, you can't even address it, right? You got to just move on.
Yeah, it's so fucking cringe right now. Like, after war, right now we're in war. We need to think about defeating the Russians.
Yeah.
Then after war, we can talk about how beautiful people are.
Yeah.
But until then, it's buying drones and vehicles and iPacks and tourniquets.
So Chungus, in the background, you got to give me the link so we're ready for tomorrow for fundraising and stuff. And
oh, you said in the background. Damn, I just posted in your chat.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Post it in the chat. Oh, you know what? Here, hold on, Chungus. Post it in the live. Oh, wait a minute. Let me find you in the live chat because I can make you a mod, and then that way you can actually post links, right?
Yeah. So that's a Give Butter account. I'm pretty sure it's a 501c3 too. And if that doesn't work, I have her PayPal. But
hold on. The link you posted is not in the chat. Our chat blocks links.
Gotcha.
Post in the chat. Just say hi so I can mod you, and then you can post the link again, and everybody will actually see it.
I'm gonna put my vodka down. All right, hold on.
Yeah,
no. Take care of your vodka first, man. Let's be gentlemanly about it, right?
All right, hold on.
Just say, "Talking my loin."
There we go. My loin.
There we go. Here, I'll mod you. Wait a minute. I have to do it over here. You know what? I'll if I do it, will I fuck things up?
My loin, my tasty, tasty
okay.
loin. My loin, my tasty, tasty loin.
Doug, you know what made me popular, right? Was making videos of shit like that. So you're giving me material. I just want you.
Okay, so you're modded now. Drop that link again, Chungus. Now you got it.
One more time. Boom. Right there. All right, if you click on it, you can actually pull up her picture on there. She's an amazing human. I'm telling you, like this is the most solid person I met.
Now, just so you know, Chungus, our moderator team are going to strip your moderator wrench when you're done because you're not really a moderator, right? You know,
I don't want it. It's you're not gonna. I have no feelings. Okay.
Okay.
So whatever.
Okay. Yeah. So somebody donate to Chungus right now to get him an extra 6-pack so he won't remember, right?
Donate to Paige and we'll call it even. I don't need. I'm still employed. I still have a YouTube channel.
His bottle's pretty full, so I think he's got it covered.
The first one. This is my DoorDash bottle. Welcome to the mod team. Oh yeah, I got a welcome from the mod team too. No, I don't need money now. If I get monetized someday, cool. But I'm not. My platform's so small, Dick. I'm not even monetized yet. I'm like at 920 subs.
Are you?
I'm literally here to boost fundraisers for you.
This channel that we're on right now, it's Shills Live. It's a new one. We haven't quite hit 500 subs yet. We just recently broke our channel out from the main one into 3, and we're not sure it's a good idea, but we drink a lot, so we'll see how it goes, right? Well,
no, I get it. I hear drunk streams are catching up, and the Easter Pasanki fundraiser.
Yeah, man.
I did a challenge while I was fundraising. It was $5 for a Polish pickle, $10 for a shot of brandy, and it was $15 for a half spicy Polish pickle and a shot of brandy together.
Okay, hold on. I just gotta say that I drink like a fish. And if I knew that I could fundraise by saying, if anybody donates another $100, I'll have another shot of alcohol, I would have been doing that since day fucking one, because I'm going to have that shot. It just, it's inevitable.
Don't give it away.
Dick, I don't remember hitting the end stream button. I had to go back. I had to go back and watch it. I was playing DayZ. I was playing a video game, right? I dropped my fucking rifle in the middle of the woods. And that's the last thing. I dropped my rifle, guys. I'm gonna play some more games. And oh my god, it went all black from there.
It's like me teaching my son how to use a pellet gun. We've got a donation in. And it's one of those situations where there's no message. Wait a minute. There is a message. Okay, wait a minute. I understand what's going on now. I'm getting twin emails. One doesn't have the message, one does. I'm starting to figure this out. So, but does the dude want his name shouted out? Oh, yes, he does. We've got David Kendall in with a direct $20 shout. Love from down under. Oh, dude, it's been discussed so many times on the Shills how much I love me some Australian proper from the earth, true grit, drinking, having fun motherfuckers. Australians are Canadians. It's just there's this whole bunch of shit in between us,
Geography.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Pacific Ocean.
Yeah, exactly. Love me some Australians. Love you guys.
I love Aussies. I love Kiwis too.
Those fake Australians that eat the other paste, the yeast extract.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. It's the Marmite Vegemite wars have begun.
It's called Kiwi Mite. All right, get it right. Kiwi Mite. I love my Kiwis. I'm a sucker for Kiwis and their accent. I am.
As a Canadian, I'm one of the few who actually like Vegemite and Marmite. I truly actually get that. It's because I'm smart enough not to put it on too thick, but it's a good thing. It actually works on bagels if you butter them with real butter first. It really does.
Have you ever had carp?
Carp.
Yes, the fish carp.
Yeah, the thing that sucks and yeah.
Yes. So there is a smoked creamed carp you can get at European stores. Oh my god, it's fucking terrible. It is the worst. It tastes like you're eating like a creamy mud with fish.
Well, that's what they feed on. So it's just really carp.
Yeah, I'm actually going carp fishing tomorrow. But the trick to carp is after you catch them, you put them in your cooler, and then you bring them home. You throw them in your tub for 3 days with like a tablespoon of salt, and they don't taste like carp anymore, but they're fucking terrible.
I thought the usual thing with carp fishing is you catch them and then you throw them back.
No,
Yeah,
why? It's a fish.
Yeah. I thought they were one of those things you just put back as nobody eats that shit. Really?
So there's ways around it. Yes, and I just talked to a guy from China. He was making my sushi the other day on the road, right in the middle of nowhere, right? Like I'm in the middle of nowhere, California, and there's a sushi restaurant.
Who buys sushi out of the back of the hatchback of a 240Z? Really?
Yeah.
So hey, he had really good hot sake dick. Okay, so I got a little lost in translation, right?
How you like your poodle?
All I'm saying, he could slice that loin. Okay.
Loin slicer.
Yeah,
You know what? That should be a line of yeah, they should be karate movies. Loin slicer.
Definitely sounds like a freaking anime video.
Well, shit. We've been
He was a renegade on the run. He was hiding in mystery and science. He was there to protect everybody and to protect the princess. He is the loin slicer.
Loin slicer, will you save my daddy?
That is the worst shit I've heard all week, but thank you.
It's perfect, and we copyright it, so fuck you. It's our movie now.
Oh,
we're coming to you, Netflix.
I'm fucking dead.
We're bringing Loin Slicer to Netflix.
So, Chungus, if you're going to show what's her name, the show, maybe this isn't the best one to show her.
Are you kidding me? We were taking shots of vodka. She has a freaking fake account on X. What Oksana Vodkovich. Oksana Vodkovich needs passport very bad, and she can trade for pussy and potato.
Yeah.
No problem. No problem. Husband die in front line. Buy new microwave. Fuck him. I don't need him. I have microwave.
Her sugar daddy's name on that account is Papa Sonovabici.
Yeah. Papa Sonovabici owes me ruble. Beautiful ruble. And he won't give me passport. I need passport. I am number one bitch on X.
And if you don't help, I slice loin.
You could. I ask Loin, where are you from?
This is the same accent I always use for Melania Trump when I say, don't touch me. There's no way Trump impregnated that woman. It's just not.
We're not close up. Maybe.
Yeah. It was transferred through a 747 that was donated by the UAE or Qatar.
Spread of Melania, I'm coming.
Yeah.
This is where the original sex tunnel starts, in Trump's butthole. Now it is just tunnel. Uncontrollable bowel movement. He's burnt.
Okay, so let's do some wrap up roundabouts and goodbyes and stuff. Chungus, tell everybody where they find you and who the fuck you are.
Okay, you're gonna find me on Renegade Chungus in his YouTube channel. I don't give a shit about the rest. They are burnt. X was my main profile. Forget X. But if you come over to Renegade Chungus YouTube, you're gonna find weird shit like updates on news. I'm gonna give you my reactions. Some days I'm happy, some days I'm really pissed off, and you will know because my heart is on my sleeve. So come over to Renegade Chungus YouTube. Throw me some subs. I'm almost monetized. I don't want to work in a business anymore. Fuck businesses. I'd rather have fun with you guys. So hi.
Yeah, baby. I love it. I love it. Let me see if I can get one of these effects to work. Hello. 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 It's not going to work. So let's get the link in the chat. Let's head over to Renegade Chungus. Click those buttons, tickle his fancy, and make him go to bed and go, oh, yeah, baby. You know what? That kind of worked for me.
And tell him his loin tastes.
Exactly. I want to see comments right now. And I want to hear how tasty that loin really was.
12 inches.
It was Korean barbecue.
But it grew. Dunk, what do you think? We've probably pissed everybody off enough, but, try to salvage the moment for us, will you?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me to try to piss off more people.
That's normally what happens, but
yeah. Well, we'll try to save it. No, I can't save it. So fuck you all. Thanks for coming. But how many people are watching? Like 33 watching. Now the world has got 8 billion people on it. So I would like to say fuck you to 7,999,071. So fuck you for not watching.
Fuck this, fuck that, and fuck your hat. Head downtown with a baseball bat and just fuck it. Yeah. Go to work and your boss just yells, it's time to tell him to go to hell. Why don't you just fuck yourself? Fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Fuck your landlord. Fuck the rent. Don't pay that fucker 1 red cent. Pack your bags and move to a tent and fuck him.
Is that
Pitch
the
your
Ramones?
tent up in a park. Deal drugs. Fuck the narcs. Fuck the cops and all those do-gutters. Just fuck everybody. Fuck the Blue Jays. Fuck the Leafs. Fuck Toronto and their CNE. Fuck Sports Illustrated magazine. So here's to you and here's to me. And if we ever fucking disagree, man, fuck you. Here's to me.
So is there nobody you like?
That was beautiful. That's you just brought me back to the 90s. I need to find some Mexican Bammer weed and have a good time.
That song was written by a busker friend of mine in 1995 or something in Vancouver, and I still know how to play it. And I pull it out at like bonfire parties and sing it and shit.
Bar mitzvahs and weddings.
Exactly. Places where religion matters, right?
Hey, Pope, have you heard this one?
Wake up, will you? Fuck, they always die through this song.
Now, if the Pope starts singing it, we're fucked. He's nicked his song.
So, why the fuck are you still listening to us? Don't you have something better to do?